Woo! What is going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. Today, as you can see, we are in the studio, the office, in mi casa, Bree's casa, you know the whole drill. But I actually got a comment on my last YouTube video, which doesn't happen a lot just because being a small channel, I don't get that much traction, that much audience. So when I do get a comment, I really do appreciate it. And when I did see this comment, it actually made me chuckle a little bit. So this individual said how to get stronger biceps in particular, and I look at myself and I'm like, I don't have big arms, or I don't view myself as someone that has big arms, but I don't take the gym super serious. I go there because I want to try to better myself, better my mood, better, my confidence. And as you continue to do so, continue to go to the gym, your body starts to transform and change. And from doing it for so long, I really don't see too many changes, but I can tell you firsthand, I didn't always look like this. I used to get called things like toothpick, twigs, all these different things. So I actually came up with a couple exercises that have actually helped me to grow bigger biceps, as well as have it written down over here. So if you guys are interested, stay tuned, and sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video. Peace. Alrighty guys, we are back in production, but first, before we get into today's video, I want to give a little shout out to Premier Protein. These ones are actually very good, super tasty. Bree actually just ordered some off of Amazon, and for 30 grams of protein, only 160 calories, it's definitely super delicious, and I definitely recommend. Not a huge cookies and cream guy in terms of protein flavors. Again, ice cream, different story, love that, but these Premier Proteins taste absolutely phenomenal. But that's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is to go over some exercises. A little close there, what the heck was that? To go over some exercises to grow bigger biceps. So exercise number one, and I was not always a huge fan of, but it's grew on me, and that is the incline seated dumbbell curl. And the reason why I didn't like it is because, one, it's hard. A lot of times you go to the gym, you're seeing people curling weight that's too heavy for them, where although it looks cool, you're lifting whatever, 50 pounds, whatever, I'm like, damn, I'm getting stronger, but your form's ass chunks. You're using so much of your back in order to pull the weight up, where you're not focusing all the tension on your actual bicep itself. So exercise number one that I really like is this incline one, because one, you're seated on a bench and your back is literally pressed against the bench, and there's no way for you to get any sort of momentum to lift that weight. So one, you're gonna have to lower your ego a little bit when you are lifting this. So you're not gonna say peace out, let's just say, to the 50-pound dumbbells and embrace the 25s. You're gonna be sitting there curling and you're doing strict form. So you can either do this supinated or as a hammer, doesn't matter. Different types of exercise, but that's totally up to you. But the reason I really like this one is because it takes away all the back swaying from it, and you can really focus on actually hitting your bicep. And it sucks because you'll realize that it's actually a super hard exercise. But again, I really like that one. So that would be exercise number one that I would recommend in order to start getting some bigger biceps. Exercise number two, and this is one that is under my program that my coach actually prescribed to me when I was being coached by someone, and this is an easy bar superset. So in total, you're doing 3 sets, and on the first one, we're doing a easy bar reverse curl. So just a standard curl like that. You're doing 3 sets of 20 with that, and then immediately after finishing those 20 reps, you are going down and you're gonna do another 15 reps. We're gonna be doing it supinated, so you're working on the hammer curls, so the longer portion, the long head, of the bicep. And again, I think I started off at 30 pounds and now I'm at 40. I'm telling you, you have to set your ego aside, because you're not gonna be lifting up a big old thing of an easy bar unless you're super strong. But the tension on this one, the amount of blood flow that you do feel in your bicep, I'm telling you guys, it absolutely sucks. It hurts. My girlfriend always come on, we gotta do this, because I never want to do it because it absolutely hurts. But I promise you, if you continue to do it, you will see improvements in your arms, and your biceps will be forced to grow. So don't knock it till you try it. Let me know in the comments down below if you do decide to do that exercise, because I'm telling you, it'll kick your ass. Exercise number 3, we have our famous spider curl. Now, I remember when I saw that at my program, what the crust is a spider curl? I'm I was thinking sushi, I was thinking the spider rolls, but no. Spider curls is actually where we're gonna go ahead and bring up our good old friend, the bench again. So the reason why I like this one too is instead of leaning on the bench like that, you're actually gonna be putting your chest against the bench, and then you're gonna be hanging above or hanging over it with the barbell or easy bar, whichever you prefer. You can even do dumbbells as well. But again, as you guys can see, you're taking away any sort of momentum to actually lift the weight. You're actually forced on using your arms to bring up the weight, and obviously just focusing strictly on the bicep itself. So I really like this one in particular, just because again, you're not using any of your back to pull up the weight, it's strictly your arms. So again, as you guys can see, a common theme here is throw your ego aside, lift weight that you can actually do, and have strict form from rep 1 all the way up to rep 10, 12, 15, whatever you choose to do. So you want to make sure that, like I said, ego's aside and you're actually lifting that weight with using strict form. And again, I'm here to say, guys, I promise you, you will see results sooner rather than later. Alright guys, this leads me to my last exercise that I would recommend. Number 4, we have our typical bro alternating hammer curl. And I want to guys preface this, a lot of times I feel like when people go to the gym, they kind of neglect actually like the hammer curls, because you're not working on the long head portion of your bicep. So in order, if you want to get that bigger, make it appear bigger, you really want to work on that longer head portion. So definitely recommend doing the alternating hammer curl. Again, it doesn't need to be this one in particular. There's certain machines, even on the cable machines too, where you can do it in a hammer position. But again, it's gonna work that longer head portion of your bicep, which is gonna make it appear bigger, but is also obviously gonna grow your bicep bigger. So that would be my last exercise that I would recommend for someone that's wanting to grow bigger biceps. And lastly, what I would say too is, well, if you are wanting just overall bigger arms, don't neglect triceps. Your triceps makes up, I think, 2/3 of your actual arm itself. So if you focus on actually working out your triceps, your actual whole arm in itself is actually gonna look and appear a lot bigger. So a lot of times too, when people are just starting off at the gym, you know, obviously they want bigger arms, maybe chest, and they do a lot of bicep work. So don't neglect the triceps. Triceps makes 2/3 of your arm, so hit those puppies. And then also too, lastly, I will say, when you are doing like your back movements, you are gonna be working your biceps too. So you will be getting stronger when you're doing like your chin-ups, your weighted chin-ups, like you're still using your biceps. And I would say that's probably a very great exercise to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You're killing your back, and you're also annihilating the biceps, tearing the bicep right off the bone. So those would be my little tidbits of advice, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this type of video. Again, it's a little bit different than my normal style of video, but I figured, you know what, it's good to change it up. Keep the variety is a spice of life. I think that's how that term or saying goes. But anywho, guys, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. It really does help grow the channel. Consider subscribing. Consider subscribing if you're feeling generous, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. See ya.